Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome to DNA Pathshala. Today in our class we will learn about the structure of DNA. So in this video you will see what is DNA, where it is found, the structure of DNA and its composition. And also I will give a mnemonic to remember base pairs. So let's get started. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It is the molecule that carries all the genetic instruction for all living organisms. It is like a blueprint for building and running a living being. You know the fun fact, if you stretch out all the DNA from a cell, it would be about 2 meter long, but it is packed into a tiny nucleus. So where it is found? We all know that cell there is a nucleus, and in nucleus chromosomes are present. These chromosomes are thread-like structure made up of DNA and proteins found in the nucleus of cells. DNA is tightly coiled and stored inside the chromosomes to fit into the tiny space of the nucleus. So let's see its structure. DNA is also called as double helix model. This model was discovered by Mr. Watson and Crick, and also with the help of Rosalind Franklin. Why it is called double helix? It looks like the twisted ladder, which is made up of two strands and nitrogen bases. These bases are adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine, which pairs with each other and attached to the strands so that the stability of structure is maintained. These strands are antiparallel in nature. It is one strand run from 5 prime to 3 prime, then another will run from 3 prime to 5 prime. The one helical turn is made up of 10 base pairs and it measures about 3.4 nanometer. So the distance between two base pairs is 0.34 nanometer. Each turn have one major groove and minor groove. The diameter of the DNA is 2 nanometer. If we untwist this ladder, we can see the backbone of DNA, that is those two strands made up of sugar and phosphate and the nitrogen bases which pairs with each other. Do you know the composition of DNA? Sugar, phosphate and nitrogen bases. What are nitrogen bases? These are purines and pyrimidines. Purines are the nitrogen bases with two rings in their structure and pyrimidines are the nitrogen bases with single ring in their structure. The example of purines are adenine and guanine, and the example of pyrimidines are thymine, cytosine and uracil in RNA, which replaces the thymine. So in DNA, purines pairs with pyrimidines, like adenine always pairs with thymine using 2 hydrogen bonds and guanine always pairs with cytosine using 3 hydrogen bonds, like they are best friends. The sugar-phosphate backbone, which creates these two strands. The sides of the DNA ladder are made up of sugar molecule called deoxyribose. Why deoxy? It is a ribose sugar with one oxygen less at 2 prime carbon, and this sugar is bonded with phosphate group. These sugar phosphate are linked with each other to form the strand, and nitrogen bases are linked to the sugar, so complete it will form nucleotide. So nucleotide is nitrogen base plus sugar plus phosphate, and these totally will form chain of nucleotides which will create the structure of DNA. See here how sugar, nitrogen bases and phosphate are interlinked with each other, and we can also see the antiparallel nature of the strand. So Here is the mind map. What is chromosomes? These are thread-like structure made up of DNA and proteins and found in the nucleus of the cells. What is DNA? DNA is deoxyribose nucleic acid, and it is the molecule that carries all the genetic instruction for the living organisms. So its structure is composed by Watson and Crick. It is a double helix DNA in which nucleotides are present. One nucleotide is sugar plus phosphate plus nitrogen base. These base pairs are like best friends. Who are they? Adenine and thymine with double hydrogen bond, guanine and cytosine with triple hydrogen bond. Here is one mnemonic for DNA base pairing. How will you remember these purines and pyrimidines and their pairing? See, apples on the tree, cars in the garage. Apples on the tree is adenine with T, and cars in the garage C with G, that is cytosine with guanine. Answer these questions in comment box. Thank you. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.